Shaquille Barrett's sudden exit right before the Miami Dolphins kicked off training camp sent shockwaves through the fanbase. It wasn't just a blip on the radar, it was a full-blown thunderclap. Barrett, a seasoned veteran, had the fans counting on his presence, and then, just like that, he pulled the plug. But here's the twist, now he's hinting at a possible return this season. Sounds good, right? Well, hold on. He's got conditions, and they're a bit of a gut punch to Dolphins fans. He's only coming back if it's with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Barrett dropped this bombshell during a chat on the Up and Adams podcast. He didn't mince words. He's got eyes only for the Bucs, the team that gave him a platform, supported him through thick and thin, especially after the heartbreaking loss of his 2-year-old daughter in 2023. It's not just football for him anymore, it's loyalty, family, and a deep-rooted connection to Tampa Bay. And here we are, the Dolphins, caught in the middle of a situation that feels like a messy breakup. Back in March, the Dolphins scooped up Barrett after the Bucs let him go to free up some salary cap space. It seemed like a win for Miami, a veteran pass rusher with a proven track record, joining the squad for a cool 1-year, $7 million deal. But life, as unpredictable as it is, threw a curveball. Barrett decided to call it quits, leaving Miami with a $1.1 million hit on their salary cap. It's a number that stings, but that's not the real kicker here. The Dolphins didn't just let Barrett walk away without securing their interests. They slapped him on the reserve/retired list, which basically means they still own his rights. So, if Barrett wants to suit up for the Bucs in 2024, it's not as simple as just signing a new contract. The Dolphins would need to release him from his current obligation, or perhaps even trade him. It's a tangled web of NFL bureaucracy, and right now, Miami's holding the cards. Now, let's dig into why Barrett's so adamant about this whole Tampa Bay or bust thing. Sure, the guy's a sack machine, he led the league in 2019, but this goes beyond stats and contracts. The Bucs were there for him when his world came crashing down. When his daughter drowned, the Bucs didn't just offer condolences, they wrapped him in support, gave him space, and stood by him as he navigated the darkest time of his life. That kind of loyalty isn't something you forget, and for Barrett, it's worth more than any paycheck or promise of on-field glory. When Barrett announced his retirement, it was with a heavy heart, but also with clarity. He took to Instagram, under the name Muchman6, to lay it all out. His words weren't rehearsed, they weren't filtered, they were raw. "It's time for me to hang it up," he wrote, letting the world in on a decision that had been brewing for some time. He spoke about shifting his focus to his family, about being there for his wife and kids in a way that football had never allowed him to be. He talked about dreams, not his own, but those of his children. Building them up, guiding them, committing 100% to their growth. It wasn't just a retirement post, it was a declaration of a new chapter, one where football takes a back seat. But, as life would have it, clarity sometimes brings new questions. Barrett's now teetering on the edge of a return, but only under his terms. The Dolphins, meanwhile, are left to decide how to play this hand. Do they hold on tight, forcing Barrett to stay retired, or do they cut him loose, letting him run back to Tampa Bay, and risk seeing him wreak havoc in the league once again, but this time not for Miami?